I've just figured out why I've not succeeded at 19 years old. And the reason being is because literally everyone said it now, is I doubt myself. So this week I've had a conversation with ChatGPT asking loads of questions as usual, as everyone else does. But if you went on to ChatGPT and you asked it, if you reviewed all our conversations in the past week, list out what has been holding me back. So that's what I've done. And I've got my laptop, as you can see. And I've figured out what's been holding me back, and what some people have said, the thing that's been holding me back is self-doubt. So I'm going to go through the question I asked and basically what it said. Good audio, no mic. I just want you to listen and we'll get through it. So what I asked ChatGPT is, based on all our past chats, what's stopping me from achieving success and achieving 10k per month, which has been a long-term goal of mine. This is what I want to get into, because every single person outside of my family basically says that my mindset is really bad and I have too much self-doubt and not enough execution. So it's took some conversations that I've spoke to it about, and it says, from your own words, I don't have a good physique, I don't want to be a coach, I made a video and it flopped, what if I get the tax wrong? So it's basically saying these are just like what I've put into it across obviously a larger question, but it says you're constantly second guessing yourself and looking for the perfect move, when in reality the people making 10k per month are just solving a clear problem, showing up online daily, selling relentlessly, even if it's messy at first. Success is not about having the most polished plan, it's about being committed to the executor. And then it targets it again. So it says low self-value perception. You said things like, I don't have much to offer. What if I'm not good enough to sell this? This internal belief system makes it hard to sell high ticket or charge your worth. You do have value, but you don't see yourself as the solution others would invest in. Then it says, I basically need to fix my self-belief. You don't need to be an expert, you just need to be 2 steps ahead of your customer. Reframe mistakes as data, not as failure. So basically, what's been stopping me from achieving huge results is self-belief. And I think I was watching a podcast with Holmosian, and he basically said, don't let anything in the past affect you. So a lot of people say, oh, you're like this because you was brought up like that and treated like that when you was a young age. But you can't neglect the truth. I honestly think Holmosian in that video, that point was wrong. We are made by our past experiences, and this self-doubt definitely comes because I have Crohn's disease. I missed a lot of school when I was younger and I was always trying to catch up, but because I missed so much, I'll never be able to catch up to the point I wanted to be. And I've always had high boundaries for myself, but I'd be in the middle. So I would get middle results, but I'd be in the lower tier because I missed so much. My attendance was poor, so they would put me in the lower tier. But realistically, if I attended better and didn't have this illness, I'd be the top of the top because I've always had the high standards. But with the illness I had, it put me in the middle. So you have 2 papers in England, and I got the max score on the lowest paper, and unfortunately I couldn't get into higher. But I've always had these high boundaries, but I guess I've always had self-doubt to go with it. So it feels like whatever I do is never enough, which has been a good thing because it'll train me to push harder. But it's also mean that I struggle a lot in life because I constantly feel, oh, this person doesn't like me because of this reason, and it's best to ghost and cut them off because they don't care about me anyway and I'm not enough for them. So that's one thing. The second is constantly feeling like a failure to my parents and to myself. Is I feel like no matter what I achieve, even if I do become successful, I just feel like a failure. Like everything I do is never enough, no matter what physique I get. But that's the hardest part, is because I'm so hard on myself, it means I'll push myself away from everyone else. And that's really bad because it's basically you and the devil. If the devil was your own thoughts and the devil wanted you to be isolated, that's how it would work. So I need to fix my self-belief system. And it's annoying because everything I've done up to this stage, especially being so alone and trying to do everything alone, and with the family that doesn't really help towards it, is like they won't encourage you to follow a dream. So obviously one negative comment mixed with your own mind, it'll completely deter you apart. So I just thought I'd make this video to show you an insight and also help you that self-doubt kills more dreams than anything else. And that limitation alone can destroy anything, because I've got the best mindset. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I constantly grind towards something. But when it comes to human connections and relationships, the biggest weakness, and maybe this is a self-belief and this is what I need to change, but I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm going to try and change it from on this video onwards. And I guess it's always because I've been alone. I've been in hospitals alone. I've had to do stuff alone and I've always been weak. So there's a lot of insecurities that I've run on. But I was in a call the other day and I have done calls in the past and also with my agency in the past, literally a lot of times. This isn't even that long ago too, but I've landed deals and I've gave myself the confidence to put on a fake mask, and I've scaled social media accounts to hundreds of thousands of followers and I've been successful. But then it's like something inside of me has teared me apart and made me think, I don't know what it is, but it's like you want to distance yourself before the other person makes a decision. Or it's like you feel like what you've built you're proud of, but you think, oh, this person might not think the way I do and I'm delusional. So like the video edit ChatGPT said, and I asked it, why did it flop? It didn't actually analyze the video, but it's basically, I will create something and I'll question it and think it's not good to others. Or why hasn't it got this amount of likes and why isn't this person liking? Or why is someone paid for this and then they've cancelled the subscription the next month? Or like, why is this person giving me a human signal like with a client? Why are they acting this way? Should I pull away before they do? And it's like this constant battle against myself and my own mind. But yeah, what I'm trying to get into is like every single situation that I've had, I've basically tore myself apart from it of self-doubt and given myself negative beliefs. And with this big boulder in the way, it's like I'll never be able to evolve as a man until I do something about it. And the other day I was in a call for a role as a high ticket closer. And it's brought up a lot of questions that I've asked myself of, because of the way I think of myself and I perceive myself, and being stuck at 19 years old in my mum's house, having a low income. I've realised I've got to slowly rebuild myself back up. But in that sales call, I done well. It went well. But I'm probably overthinking this again, but I honestly think people can see the self-doubt I have through like cues, but they can probably ask certain questions and it must target a certain emotion inside of me, because I must not notice it, obviously getting asked that question, but they must ask a certain question. And they must see some sort of weakness, like I'm unconfident in my ability, but I know I can do it. But I'm always, like ChatGPT said, second questioning myself. When the reality is I can get results and I can be successful. But it's self-doubt. And it's in that call that I noticed, like, and then ChatGPT followed up with that. And it's just, today's just asserted it into stone that the biggest limitator is myself. But I basically got set back from what I can do is close. And I got put into a role as a DM setter. And that there shows a lot about yourself. But my whole life has been wasted because of self-doubt. And never thinking I'm enough. Like even these YouTube videos, I don't want anyone to see the YouTube videos because of self-doubt of what others would think. But literally no one gives a fuck. Like no one cares, bro. But it's crazy. How do you overcome self-doubt? Because I still don't know. I should actually search this up. It's like, once I start earning an income and overcome this self-doubt fear, it's like, it's only up. Because I have everything it takes to succeed except for self-love. I wonder if there's books on it. And I wonder where it originated from. Truly. Like, deep down to the core. But it's actually annoying because people can get so far with a high ego and self-confidence compared to someone that actually has the value, but can't express it or portray it because their own inner mind thinks and tears them apart. I don't know. I don't know how I'll put an end to this. I'm just always self-doubting myself and I don't know what to do. I honestly think I need therapy.